Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kadash. Double honors, as always, to the apostles and elders of great, most honorable, well, and lead the flock by example. And shalom to the elect that are listening and learning. Okay, I want to do a quick, commentary on this article on RT News. It says Israel doesn't need U.S. permission to strike Iran. Okay, it says the Jewish state possesses capabilities the world can't even imagine and will use them against Tehran if necessary. The Israeli foreign minister has warned. Okay, and pretty much what they're saying is that they can curb Iran's nuclear development, which there has been attacks on Iran anyway, okay, through proxies. This is an ongoing thing in the Middle East, that tension and pretty much the war. Okay, it says without informing the US. And according to the scriptures, we're watching the Middle East because Israel are gonna do something to basically pull it into an all-out nuclear war, man. Which is gonna end in one of the main places that's gonna get hit is America. It's gonna get hit by the nuclear missiles that are gonna be shot against it. And I'm gonna read that in scripture. So let's get Jeremiah, the 50th chapter to begin with. All right. Let's see now. Right, this is Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 45. It says, "Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord." Okay, this is the counsel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is something that's already been preordained. Okay, this is written. It says, that he have taken against Babylon. Now, what Babylon is this talking about? When you read Jeremiah 50, this is talking about the land of America. Okay? And his purposes that he have purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. The Chaldeans being what? Okay? Of Babylon. It says, surely the least of the flock. Okay, now the least of the flock here is talking about the land of Israel. It's talking about them over there in Israel, man. Okay? Okay, the Israeli state, if you will. It says, shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Alright? Because they're going to eat a nuke too. It says, at the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved. It says in Haggai, the Lord is going to shake the earth. Their missiles are going to be so impactful. That destruction is going to be so impactful. Okay? You're going to have a shaking. It says, and the cry is heard among the nations. Okay? So, this is all part of prophecy, and all this is leading up to that, man. Okay? Now, before this comes to that full frontal nuclear point where, missiles are in the sky being shot, one of the prophecies, the main prophecies that we're waiting upon, that we can see developing right now, okay, is the Revelation 13 and 16 and 17. Okay, we're seeing that, starting to play out. We're seeing the beginnings of it, but really, it's going to be fulfilled very soon. Where that thing that I'm talking about, okay, if you've been watching the videos, okay, the MOTB, that's going to be made mandatory. All right. Now, when you read things like this, man, and this has been an ongoing thing between them anyway, between Iran and Israel, which are, Iran is backed by, Iran was known as Persia. That's backed by Russia. That's in Ezekiel the 38th chapter. All right. And, Israel is that place within the Middle East, okay, within the Levant, which is, backed by America. Okay. And again, this is all in prophecy. Let's go to Joel chapter 3. All right. And where should I read it from? Let's read from verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Okay, this is talking about the actual Gentiles. Alright, the heathen. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Okay, and how are we proclaiming it? We're telling you by doing these lessons, coming out on the highways and byways. We're telling you these things are going to come to pass. Alright. And what they're doing is, everyone's, they're mustering their armies. Pursuant to Ezekiel 21 and 9, they're sharpening their sword. Okay, which means what? Their military might. Alright. It says, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say I'm strong. That's why you've got nations, okay, that were previously seen, okay, they weren't nuclear powers. What's one example? So let me use right, for example, India is nuclear capable, all right, but there was a time where they weren't as strong, okay, like America, when they were dropping, they were nuclear capable, they were dropping, you know, atom bombs, okay, but now you've got countries such as India, for example, for the last, you know what 50 years now, okay, that have what, military technology, you know, beat your plowshares into swords and pruning hooks into spears. All these different countries, okay, that you know, around the world are starting to build up their nuclear arsenal, okay, so they can match in terms of power America. Now America has a great military. It's got the greatest, it's got it's got, let's say, well, let me say it like this, it's got the most money being pumped into its military, okay, but ultimately that's not going to stop America from being destroyed, because it's written, as we read Babylon, Revelation 18, Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51, Isaiah 13, Babylon is going to be destroyed, man, and that's America, okay, because that's what the Lord has proclaimed that's going to happen, okay. This has been this is the Lord's commandment, His word that's gone out, okay, and here we're reading it in prophecy, okay. A plowshare is like a farming tool, man. So at one time you had these nations that were, you know, building up, okay, but now they're pumping money into their military. They've got that nuclear capability. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, okay, which that means Yahweh's judgment, okay. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And that's talking about, you know, that whole area in the middle, that Levant, okay. You know, that's where we're watching the prophecies over there. We're watching what's going on over there, because that's where it's going to really, that World War III is going to hit its full culmination and kick off from there. Okay, that's why you got all these different back and forths. Okay, in Iran, you know, Tehran is you know, that's a city in Iran. Iran, man, is like you know, there's videos of them burning American flags in their parliament and all of that. Okay, they hate Babylon. Okay. So they've got a nuclear arsenal for them, man. All right. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. And you know, you got all the armies that's over there. You got proxy wars happening over there. You got all these different groups, your Hezbollahs and this and that. Okay. You know, it's proxy wars going on over there, man. But ultimately, what it's going to all lead to is missiles being shot over there to America. You know, and different places are going to get hit. But the main destruction is going to be over there in America, man. Okay? The scriptures talk about, what, 200 million warheads, man. All right? That are going to be decimating that land. It's going to become a lake of fire. All right? So this is the destruction that's coming, man. And that's why we look at these articles and we do these videos. Okay? All right, to show you what's going to come to pass, man. You know, this is part of what prophesying, you know, saying before, okay? And this will come to pass, man. You know, and articles like this, you know, they don't need US permission to strike. Articles like this is, you know, it just shows you that, hey, the scriptures ring true. The prophecies ring true, man. And it's just a matter of time before the Lord makes these things happen. But everything has to be within its order, okay? And right now, we're waiting upon that MOTB to be made mandatory, the Revelation 13 and 16. Okay, that digital all. And then everything's going to move quick from there, man. Everything's going to move quick. Okay? And in that culmination of World War III, hey, the elect are going to be saved, man. Alright? And we're hoping that we're of that number. So this was just a quick recording. And, you know, Lord willing, it was an edifying lesson in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiel Shai Basham Kakadash. With that, man, you know, I'm going to say Shalom.